Hey, what up, everybody? Animac here for AnimeUproar. Welcome to another episode of the Rant Cafe, the greatest debating anime podcast in the history of this channel, at least.
Pretty
Joining me,
intense.
this is a weekly podcast, by the way, every Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What up, everybody? Includes both, sometimes it's on this channel, sometimes it's on Nux's channel. Joining me today, we got Nuxtaku and Lord Brigo. Briggs from All Day Anime. What's up, my boys?
So I go by Lord Nuxanor now. Let's just get that out of the way.
And I am Lord Brigo, of course.
I refuse to call.
And of course, we have the Lord Tweak.
They will be discussing the greatest arc in Boku no Hero up to season 3. So you can check out the bracket in the description. It'll lead you to the tweet with the bracket there, provided gracefully by All Day Anime. Thank you, my friend.
No problem, dude.
And of course, links to their channels are in the description. I'm looking forward to this, debating these arcs. Also, the girl Otaku asked, Animac, what does that shirt say? It says, keep calm and watch hentai.
Nice.
And I made it myself.
And he sold one of them to himself.
Yes, correct. That is correct. And I'm the only one still willing to watch it in public, wear it in public. But
Wear it in public.
yes, fun times. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good, man. A little bit tired.
Same here. Still fighting off that cold.
From last week? Rip.
Yup. Still kicking.
Wow, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, I think that stuff is going around. I'm also feeling a bit like cold-ish. Hopefully I don't get like an actual cold. But one thing I want to say, guys, today we had big news. JoJo's Part 5.
Yes!
Literally days after I started watching JoJo. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, they knew. They knew.
Coincidence?
He made it happen.
Coincidence, boys? I think not.
In the
I
honor
mean-
of the Incredibles.
Let's be real. Lord Brigo also started watching it recently. It was
Oh!
all part of my plan.
I refuse to acknowledge you. Gotta downplay the importance of my situation here, man.
But the important thing is, how are you guys enjoying it? And was Nux right?
So you were right. I think for me, this like part 1 was a little bit like it was just average. It was just an average arc. So that's probably what made me like fall off of it because I'm pretty busy. But once I started watching part 2, it's pretty epic. I think I have like 2 episodes left in part 2, and I know Animac finished it and he loved it.
Yeah, I really enjoy, like, it's so campy, and yet like the first arc was like a gothic novel meets campy TV. The second part is like a 30s adventure story meets campy TV. You got Nazis.
I've always said that the first part was not great. However, part 2 is incredible.
Well, Lisa is one of the best waifus for me now. So
I mean, yeah, she's pretty good.
she looks pretty good in the bath as well.
So we starting this tournament arc or what?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
That's when you realize that someone was peeping on. I don't want to spoil it for Lord Brigo, so.
I already watched
Well, we already know, man. We already know.
the peeping part on Lisa.
Yes, but whatever. Spoilers for the end of the arc. Moving on.
Oh. I'm sensing a rip.
It's going to be awesome. Oh, but you both saw Caesar already.
Yes.
Was that awesome? Come on.
Yeah,
JoJo's is amazing.
it's pretty good, bro. It's really good.
There is cool dude. Cool dude.
And the way
Respect.
they Cars, how satisfying was that?
Yeah, but Cars is best pillar boy. I don't know. You can't.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Santana's got nothing on him.
Yeah, like Cars is just the pillar boy. Like
I
first,
I don't remember their names.
Cars is the main bad guy.
final guy is Cars.
Oh, okay. No, I like the guy with the
Is it ACDC?
not AC/DC, the other one.
I don't know. There's that one that's in the mine pit thing, and every time he turns around, JoJo fakes dead, and then he turns back, and JoJo crawls 2 steps further away.
Yeah, that's the guy. The guy he fought first is the guy I
Oh my
really
god,
like.
I love that.
He's a warrior.
Yeah, and I like how so many people are named after bands.
Yep.
AC/DC,
I'm
Speedwagon.
pretty sure AC/DC is the one who gets wrecked first.
No, Santana gets wrecked first.
Oh, then I like AC/DC.
Well, Santana's the first one that you met, like before the other three guys show up.
Debatable.
Well, that's who it is. So not
Well,
that
the
debatable.
first
but
guy
okay.
we met is not the first guy who gets wrecked.
Yeah.
Like the first guy who dies is
The
not
first
the first guy
Pillar
we
Man
meet.
you meet. There's 4 Pillar Men, right? The first one you meet, and then there's the trio.
Oh no, I'm talking about the trio, dude. Out of the trio.
Okay.
Okay, so My
Got it.
Hero Academia, guys.
Sorry.
Fucking JoJo's just the first great arc in the anime versus the very first arc in the story, correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
so the entrance exam entails everything from his training to the end of the actual entrance exam. And I think the raid arc, let me see.
I'm
All for One
going
in it?
after Bakugo, I think. From going after Bakugo until All for One versus One for All.
Oh man.
United States of Smash.
Well, I love entrance exam, but like if that fight, gotta go for hideout. I'm voting for hideout raid, personally.
This is a problem because I'm also voting for Hideout Raid, and I think so is Animac.
Yeah, I mean, to me, and I've said this before, I didn't get into Boku no Hero all the way, like, fully in until the Stain arc. And it's because I wasn't a huge fan of the entrance exam arc. It seemed very, like, classic shonen. But later, when we get to the villains, is when I really got into it. So I definitely have to go with the Hideout Raid arc, one of my favorite, if not the favorite arc in the entire thing. So.
And Bakugo not being like the typical Sasuke, like joins the bad guys is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a breath of fresh air. Him not
Yeah,
being
for sure.
Sasuke.
It's just overall an amazing arc.
Yeah, it was cool when Bakugo was like, they're like, oh, you're kind of like a wild guy. You're kind of a rebel. You want to come join the villains? And he's like,
No, but I'll blow your balls off.
it's like, how dare you? You think just because All Might and those guys are like uptight that I'm going to abandon them? No, I'm going to be better than them, bitch. Brah!
Call me murder explosion guy.
Lord
What is-
Explosion Murder.
Lord
he literally
explosion
said-
murder.
He literally said, Brah! I'm not going to, don't look for it.
Yeah,
But
it's in the English dub. It's in the dub.
yes. That
Yeah.
would
So
be
that's-
funny, though. Bakugo's just like, Brah, brah, brah.
Yeah, it's his attack name. Everyone needs an attack name.
Bakugo is the double for anime of Boku no Hero.
Okay, let's not go so far.
I would say. I would say.
I'd say
I wouldn't
that
compliment Bakugo like that.
no, I wouldn't. It's something
That
right.
was the joke.
Yeah, we got it. But honestly, if I had to pick one character from My Hero Academia that's most similar to Double Four anime, now you may think I'm wrong, but what do you think about Moonfish?
No. I've gotten some comments saying Moonfish is Deku's dad. I thought those were that would be a good twist.
But
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
that's-
Like, honey, the reason you haven't met your dad yet is because
Because he's Moonfish
a serial murderer on death row.
with the greatest power of all time to extend his teeth. Oh my god. I love Moonfish. He's probably one of my favorite characters of all time.
Lord
Shut up.
Rico in the chat, I believe that is a right comparison. That is a correct comparison. Also, we got Josh Duffney in the house.
Josh, what a legend.
He wants to see Double for Anime on Rant Cafe. That'll be one on Nux's channel.
Yeah, right, sure. Yeah, we'll be talking about Naruto, me, Double Four Anime, Swag Kage, and Animec.
No,
Who hasn't watched Naruto?
it's Seth the programmer.
Yep. Yep.
Forest training camp versus the unforeseen simulation joint.
Well, this is a tough one. This is a
So
tough
the first issue is whoever named it, the unforeseen simulation joint, is clearly missing some screws up there.
No, but that is the official name.
It's a stupid name though.
It's a stupid official name.
It's
Very
the name
stupid
of the
official
building. It's the name of the building.
Why is it called unforeseen?
Because you didn't see the
You
villains.
didn't see the villains coming, and it was a simulation joint, so it's the unforeseen simulation. It's a stupid arc name. It's like calling the Invasion of Pain arc many rods in people's faces arc. That would be a pretty bad name.
You mean that's not the official name?
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I believe that's the name of the USJ is the name of the building because it's like unforeseen disasters that they're simulating.
Yeah. So just like for anyone who doesn't know which arc we're talking about, it's the one where Nomu fights All Might at the end of season 1, where like all the students go there and like for training, unforeseen simulation joint.
Yes. So this is the arc at the end of season 1 when the villains attack suddenly the students. This is what really interesting. Like the first season of Boku no Hero, I was going through the episodes, I was like, and then I got to this part, the villain part. I was like, oh shit! Now it's interesting. Now it's real. So that was a really good one for me. Forest Training Camp is good as well, but
There's some hype fights in Forest Training Camp.
yeah, there is.
Muscular dude, or is literally, I think his name's Muscular,
Yeah, Muscular.
versus Deku. Oh, that was
Okay,
hype.
well, you just got me to vote for the USJ because actually that pissed me off. It pissed me off that a first-year student can defeat one of the most powerful, experienced villains by himself.
Well, that's the problem with My Hero Academia. Deku.
That's not the pro. Okay,
He's been
so
given the most powerful quirk in the world.
that's the thing with the whole anime. I mean, it's not. I don't mind if a student beats a villain because the student has a really stupid superpower. Like for example, you know Shinso from Class 1C.
No, who is he?
He's the guy that if you answer his question, you're mind controlled.
Oh, that's pretty OP.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
If he were to fight All for One, he would win. He's a student. He's a crappy student. He's in Class C, god damn it, but he'd win. So I don't mind if someone wins because their quirk is really awesome.
Well, no, but the thing is, like, certain quirks are like good against certain people and stuff. Like, if like one person's fire, one person's water, like there's like at least there's a weakness there, right? Or like they're able to use some type of strategy. Like I like the fact if they went the route where like because Midoriya at the beginning had to use strategy to defeat his opponents because he couldn't use his quirk and couldn't control it, right? So if they used more of that, I feel like I would appreciate My Hero Academia a little bit more. But it's getting to the point where like he's mastering his quirk and now he's just fucking powerful, right?
Yeah. Let's not forget how ridiculously overpowered One for All is. If I was the one writing this anime, I would not have made it as powerful as it is. But if it is that strong, he should be destroying all of the villains. I mean, when he punched Stain in the face, Stain should have been splush.
Yeah.
When he punched Todoroki in the stomach, there should have been no more Todoroki. That's how powerful this thing is. So, I don't know. I didn't know it wasn't necessary to make it 1,000,000% smash. Like, oh god, please.
Yeah, like it wasn't really 1,000,000%. We know that. And by the way, just a reminder to people in the chat who are talking about the arcs in the manga, we're talking about only up to season 3.
Except for the last one.
Well,
I feel like I put it against Stain, and Stain's gonna win, so it's like whatever.
it's season up to what is going to be covered by the end of season 3.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's all according to plan. It's all according to plan.
Yeah, and in terms of like it wasn't really 1,000,000% smash. It wasn't really 1,000,000% smash, but it was kind of like the power of friendship smash, right? Because like he really, really wants to win. He wants to be friends with Koda. He wants to save him. So then that gets him to do it. But like you got to remember, he's a first-year student crushing these villains on his own. Other situations have happened in the manga where he does it as well. So it's like, where can he go from here? Well, how is he going to be when he's out of high school? Like he's just going to like one-shot everyone? Like that.
Well, we know as One for All keeps going, it keeps getting stronger. So he will be stronger than All Might. That's how it works.
Well, yeah, think about it too. Like All Might was the strongest hero. He was the #1 ranked hero because his quirk is overpowered and he could fucking one-shot people. I don't like the way My Hero Academia is going right now.
Well, that's an issue with the anime, but that's not a plot hole within the anime. That's just the story itself. Like let's look at you have All Might and you have Endeavor, right? All Might fought against All for One. That's great. Endeavor didn't stand a ghost of a chance. Even though he's the #2 hero, he was nowhere in All Might's league. All Might could have snapped his fingers and would have blown Endeavor to smithereens.
True.
Like that's how ridiculously overpowered.
In my opinion, what they have to do to make the anime like continue to be good as Midoriya like improves his powers because he has such an OP quirk, they have to bring out these like ridiculous villains or like put him in situations where like he has to rely on some type of like smart strategy. He can't just like go in
but
there
it's
and fuck
hard. But the issue at this point is why would he need a smart strategy if he is the strongest quirk ever? Like
they have to do some good writing.
They have to do some really good writing.
And there is some stuff about him getting permanent injuries if he keeps abusing his body with the quirk. So there is some with stuff with that. But again, I agree. I think that the one thing that could ruin the series could be just Deku becoming so powerful that it's no longer interesting. It's like, oh, Deku's on the scene, villain's gone, next chapter, let's go.
He's gonna use 1,000,000,000% punch next time.
Yeah. And by the way,
the thing is, yeah, sorry.
In the chat, we had Dan Pilkington say donated, I believe, £5. I'm gonna say those are pounds. Say Momo is best girl, agreed. And he says that he likes the dubs, most dubs, but not the MHA dub. I wouldn't know because I only watch the subs because I am an elitist and I only watch subs. But,
well, he only watches the subs because they didn't have the bruh for Bakugo. Otherwise, he would have definitely watched the dub. Yeah.
But thank you for your donation. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, another thing, they're trying to grow Deku as the main character and grow Shigaraki as the main villain. Deku has the most overpowered quirk on the planet, and Shigaraki needs to touch people to dissolve them. Like,
I think Shigaraki has a good quirk.
You've got to be kidding me. Deku could flick him from a stadium away, and he'd be nothing.
You're not wrong.
So the thing is, in the manga, Shigaraki definitely progresses a lot. And none of this has happened, so this is just speculation, not a spoiler. But we know that All For One wants to give Shigaraki another quirk that would suit him well. My guess is that he's going to find a quirk that is going to somehow mix with his current quirk to create a really powerful quirk, like something that lets him use disintegration long range or something along those lines, and that's going to make him more powerful and a bigger threat. So I think he will develop both in terms of his powers and also in terms of like his personality and his aptitude for being a villain.
You know, it'd be a sick combo. What's Aizawa? I think that's his name. The guy who could erase quirks. Imagine if you could erase the person's quirk, they try to use it on you, and then you go and touch them and dissolve them. I think that would work well. Like Midoriya is like 1,000,000,000% punch, and it does nothing to him, and he just like melts his face.
That would be interesting. Cool. That's for sure. I mean, Aizawa's a beast. He could have also beaten All For One. All For One's all proud, cracking his knuckles there. Aizawa blinks at him, and he's dead. Finished.
Well, no, he stops his quirk. He has to still kill him.
Oh, and they have pistols in this anime.
It's true.
So there we go.
I don't understand why everyone just doesn't also carry a gun on top of their quirk.
Like, that should be... I mean, we have that one guy. What's his name? That teacher. The teacher's ability is literally he has a gun. Like, that's his quirk. Deadshot or whatever his name is.
They pull a JoJo's and he pulls a submachine gun up from his back, and other people are using quirks.
Oh man, I love JoJo's.
It's true. Like, it's funny because they had the villain Mustard carry a gun with him.
Aside from the fact that Mustard is one of the most intimidating names for villains of all time, he had a gun.
I personally hate Mustard. I can't eat it. So that to me is
pretty
quite a good name for a villain.
There we go.
Mustard sucks. Ketchup all the way. But
I'm team ketchup too.
If you're a villain, like I could see heroes being like, we don't want to kill. Our job is to take people in if they're being bad. But so I can see heroes just using their quirks. But why wouldn't every villain just carry an Uzi and just use their quirk and use an Uzi and do whatever they got to do? They don't care about more.
That's what I say here. Or even the good guys. Damn it, Aizawa with a gun is an unbeatable fighter.
Yeah, that's true.
Unbeatable. Like, All For One should be pissing himself. Loser. Anyway, so we didn't end up voting. Forest Training Camp or the Unforeseen Simulation Joint. Pretty stupid name.
By the way, yes, Katie was on the same line of thought in the chat as me about this.
Vote?
I'm voting for USJ. I said it.
Briggs?
This
is actually a hard one. Damn.
Do it,
yeah,
Briggs.
The problem is Nomu versus All Might, just a fucking intense fight.
Yeah, it was a great fight.
I think overall, I might like the Forest Training Camp like more consistently. I think it had a lot of good fights, but Nomu versus All Might.
Hey, don't forget that USJ had Deku and Tsuyu and Mineta versus a bunch of villains. That was awesome.
Yeah, those villains really, we got to know them.
I remember that, and it doesn't stand out very well to me.
Mineta actually made his sticky balls useful. Like, come on, that was great. I love that.
No, that's why
Man,
I'm voting
sticky
for
ball's
final
useful.
exam next time. But
He beats every opponent he fights. Mineta beat a teacher, a pro hero teacher, single-handedly.
just this once, the boobs will have to wait, guys.
He's the best.
I'm gonna vote for the Forest training camp and leave it up to Nux. I can't decide.
No! All right, so this is a really hard one because I'm kind of with you on a lot of it. However, my vote goes to the USJ. And that's because that's really where the story of the series got set in motion.
That's true.
Completely. I mean, the Forest Training Camp Park was basically stupid because, in a way, because the whole theme of the villain Vanguard guys was, okay, guys, you go in, you capture Bakugo, you bring back. They bring Bakugo back. All the heroes swarm them. They beat. This is toast. Like, this was the worst strategy of all time. Anyway, so I vote for the unforeseen simulation joint.
Excellent. I was actually expecting, because you hate the name so much, that you would just vote for the other one. So I'm glad you voted.
But this way, I get to make fun of its name in round 2.
Also, Don Quixote do Flamingo said something in the chat. I won't mention it because of the spoilers, but no, because that arc that you're talking about in the manga ends in the same way with the muscular thing, man. Like the same Deku shit. I did not like that ending at all. Anywho,
it was still a pretty intense fight. Like Deku got his ass kicked.
I'm totally with you. I know exactly.
Intense fight.
No. Okay. What's next? What 2 arcs are next? We have so far Hideout Raid and USJ have advanced to the next round.
To the semifinals.
Unlike Argentina. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry if you're from Argentina watching this.
I can't believe Croatia's going hard.
Yeah, fuck, man. I was with you, Argentina. I was with you, but it's just they never delivered. They never delivered. Final exam, teachers versus students versus the UA Sports Festival. And we have a beautiful picture of best boy Todoroki.
When we were talking about the arcs, I said, okay, so you're going to need to put an iconic picture of every character for every arc. You know, like in the Hideout Raid, you need a picture of Bakugo. In the Hero Killer Stain arc, you need a picture of Stain. In the UA Sports Festival, you need a picture of constipated Todoroki. Of course, thanks, Briggs.
Classic. Anytime.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you can count on me for. Trolling on Todoroki. Worst boy. Well, I'm 1,000% voting for the final exam where the teachers versus the students. Because it was awesome.
I know why you're voting for that. Can I say why you're voting for that?
Why? Let's hear it.
Because Todoroki was a beast against Aizawa.
I don't even remember that fight. I don't remember it.
That was amazing when him and Momo like teamed up and Todoroki was amazing and he built Momo's confidence. That was great. All
I remembered was like we got the introduction of best girl Momo, and like she just overshadowed Todoroki. I couldn't remember. But
yeah,
like
you know who's got
phone jack girl?
Your phone jack girl.
Why do you and JoJo talks too much? Think this. There's nothing like argue. You know what? We got to do best girl My Hero Academia debate and just settle it once and for all.
We got to do best girl waifu wars everything anime.
Yeah, it'll be sick. We'll have Megumin, we'll have Darkness, we'll have Rem, we'll
Great.
have Ram.
I can't wait to dismantle your cowardly arguments about Megumin. I can't wait.
There's nothing to dismantle about best girl. Like, of all time, almost. She's like top 10 best girls ever.
None of my best girls were even on that, like, what you listed. You listed a non-existent person and someone who does explosions.
Yeah, well,
I mean, she's funny, but, like, come on.
Megumin's amazing, and Rem's not too great. I just like saying it because...
Yeah, she had one good episode. One good scene. And even that, she's still a fucking cuck. Who am I talking about right now? I don't even know. Let's move on.
Okay, yeah, so for this, like, even though many people loved the UA Sports Festival, again, I'm not a huge fan of tournament arcs, ironically.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna vote... Okay, before you say anything, I'm gonna vote for the UA Sports Festival, because if you were to vote for the final exam without thinking properly about Deku versus Todoroki, one of the greatest fights of our generation, maybe. So,
relax.
That was amazing. That was a great fight. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, it had some good fights, but want to what cheesed me up with the tournament arc? Fucking that guy who could like, fuck you answer his question, and
Okay, that was stupid.
and he could control you. It was so stupid, man. Like Deku's supposed to be smart. The guy sacrifices himself, lets you know what his quirk is, and
Yeah, it
you
was pretty
still
dumb.
fuck up. So
I
that
know,
cheeses me.
right?
Todoroki's a bitch, so that cheeses me.
Okay,
So
whatever.
the final
There's no one
exam.
to talk to with you, I guess. But Animac, listen to reason. Listen to reason. We have
Okay.
Todoroki, who abused by his father, abused in general.
Appealing to the Todoroki.
Listen to the Todoroki thing, fam. He was a total, I don't know. He was a bit of a jerk, and he developed into an awesome dude thanks to Deku and a natural power of friendship. But it's even better than that, because in this tournament arc, we had Tokoyami steal from the headband off Todoroki's head after Deku lost his headband, and that was totally amazing. That was great. And Bakugo was a complete idiot at the end of the arc, which definitely solidified his character as a completely relatable dude.
Anyways,
It wasn't a bad arc. I enjoyed the final exam better.
I didn't. The final exam was dumb, except for like
Dude,
Todoroki and Momo.
Every single exam was great. You telling
Yeah.
me Mineta versus that hot chick wasn't great? Couldn't remember her name.
not Uraraka and Aoyama. They were terrible.
What? That was like one of my favorite ones.
Dude, they were all great. Every single fight was great.
Tokoyami and Tsuyu was pretty meh against Clone Guy.
Yeah, because Clone. They
And
didn't really
also
show
there
much
was-
about that because Tokoyami
Yeah,
is a beast, right?
he's a beast. There was Tail Guy and Ida against stupid Steamroller Guy. That was pathetic.
Okay, but all the ones that were irrelevant, they showed for like 30 seconds.
Okay, so Light and Darkness, I know.
Oh, I thought All Might versus Deku and Bakugo. I thought that was pretty bad also. All Might
Really?
should have
I thought that was
destroyed
sick.
them. He should have demolished them.
Well, he's a
think
teacher,
about
man.
it,
He's not going all out against them.
He need Bakugo in the face. Bakugo went flying across the block into the top story of the building and blew up the building. Bakugo got up and kept running.
He's not using 1,000% smash against his
But he
students.
blew up the building on impact. That's not good. It's not healthy. It's
By the
not
way-
healthy.
By the way, chat, are you guys tournament? Are you back in tournament or exams? For me, like, sure, Nox, you make a good point, but Todoroki develops during the final exams arc as well, and the tournament arc has its issues too, like Deku just riding a fucking piece of metal
Yeah, it was pretty dumb.
in the first race, and Todoroki's like, "Here, Bakugo, you can win this," and like there was some shit there too that wasn't like,
Yes,
Good.
I agree. It wasn't amazing, but I think Deku versus Todoroki was incredible. And there was nothing in the teacher's exam arc that even came close.
This is a rough one.
It is hard. It is hard. For you.
For you. Not like me, certified
I have to go-
Todoroki hater.
Well, Mineta's my favorite character. So, of course, that
Honest with you, I recently figured out what Mineta's diaper is. Like, it's been bothering me for so long. Why does he wear a diaper? Is it to hide his erection or something? But no, I figured it out. It's a bowl for grapes. And he's Grape Boy. And his head's grapes. I finally figured it out. I was blown away. My mind was blown. Couldn't believe it.
Okay, I don't care about Nox getting blown. I just want to say that because of Mineta and because of the Todoroki Momo beauty, I have to go to the final exam. Final exam.
Nice. And Mineta in the comments says he or she likes this. Just this once, guys. The boobs will have to wait. Okay.
Wow, very
By the way,
inspirational.
I'm pretty sure, guys in the chat, I'm pretty sure my chat is laggy as fuck. So I don't. If I can't see your stuff, sorry. Okay, so the final one in the first round is Hero Killer versus Hero License Exam. Hero License Exam is the upcoming arc, so you would need to read the manga to know it. We won't spoil too much of what happens. And the Hero Killer, obviously, the Stain arc. I think that the Hero License Exam has some really cool twists and turns. It has some interesting new characters that we get to meet. So it has its positives, but because they put it against Hero Killer, Stain, like you can't not go with Stain. Stain is the arc that really solidified for me that Boku no Hero is something I should be investing in and going to read the manga and so forth. So I have to go with Stain.
Yeah. Stain's a sick villain. The entire arc was amazing. And the hero license exam, I just don't want to really spoil it for people who haven't seen it yet, but it's still a good arc, but nowhere near Stain.
So I would like to say
I actually like Todoroki in the Stain arc, and I fucking hate Todoroki.
Todoroki was good in the hero license exam arc too, bitch.
Well,
You don't hate Todoroki at all. You're just being a bitch.
wow.
like Todoroki.
Like, think about it.
Yeah,
Think about it, Briggs. You don't hate Todoroki. If you look at every individual arc, you don't hate him. You just like to hate him.
I do like to hate him. To be fair,
I see no issue with that. What
It's
is the
fun.
problem here?
It's fun. It's entertaining.
You're-
But I don't
You're
like
trying
it.
to
I definitely-
express an issue.
I may not hate him, but I don't like him. You know why? Because I've never been a fan of OP characters unless you're funny, which he's not. Unless
How is he OP? You've said that a few
his
times.
quirk is fucking amazing. He doesn't need to do
Compared to
anything.
Deku?
Okay, compared to everyone in Class 1A, other than Deku, because Deku hadn't mastered his powers yet, he was way stronger than all of them without even, like, he's like, oh, I have daddy issues. I'm going to use half my powers and still smack all you guys with some ice.
Oh man, what a badass!
Well, that is
And everyone's like, oh my god, he's so cool.
it's
I don't
called
find that cool.
inner conflict, Briggs. Inner conflict. Character.
Yo, you could fry an egg on his left hand.
Also,
What does that have to do with anything?
also, Bakugo's quirk is pretty freaking OP too. He can use massive explosions and use them to fly or smash people with. Like, that's a pretty great quirk. Like, that's not an underpowered quirk.
Tokoyami at night
Yeah,
way
but I feel like-
overpowers all of them.
For some reason, Bakugo doesn't bother me. One, because I think
Yo,
he's
and let's
funny.
not forget about Tail Guy. Yo, he has a tail. Man.
Dude, he can't sit down properly.
By the way-
Yo,
hindrance.
I don't know what you're talking about. Tail Guy versus Todoroki would have been a sick fight.
By the way, Shura Prince in the chat says that Briggs is in his tsundere mode.
Which is why we all love him.
It's not like I like you guys or anything, Baka.
Eh.
Yeah, it's not like I actually don't hate Todoroki or anything.
Well, I definitely clean it up a little bit, but it's alright.
Okay, so yes, Hero License Exam is good arc. A lot of cool stuff happening, but I would probably pick Hero License Exam over Final Exam if that was the setup. But I have to go with Hero Killer.
Yeah, Healer Killer without a doubt. in my
Yeah,
mind.
Hero Killer, because I haven't read the manga, and because I bet you any money it won't beat it for me.
That's right, Katie. Briggs is best Tsundere. I love Tsunderes. Like, I'm not trying to hide it. Fucking
No,
love
I
tsunderes.
have a problem where like all of my waifus are either tsundere or yandere. Mostly
Well,
tsundere though.
This is a problem.
Yeah, I
This
don't
is
have
a
any
problem.
yandere waifus, but like,
Well, my yandere waifu is Albedo from Overlord.
Aw.
I didn't get that far.
Well, episode 1 was pretty far, yeah.
Well, I watched like 3 or 4. Oh shit, she's a yandere. My
Yeah.
bad. I know who you're talking about now. I know.
I don't like
Big
Albedo.
boobs.
Well, you like Darkness. What's she? Oh, she's yandere-ish, I guess.
No,
Not really. She's
No,
a
not
massive,
really.
right?
She's the
no,
masochist.
Darkest not a yandere. No, yandere means like
You only like the wackos. Oh,
yandere means she's obsessed with the guy and she would kill for him, not necessarily
Right.
kill him too. But
fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. You ever watch Future Diary?
Yeah,
a long time ago, yeah.
she's not a good
Yeah.
waifu. No.
Yeah. No.
Albedo is a far superior yandere.
So advancing, we have the Hideout Raid arc versus
The
USJ.
USJ.
Right?
That's a good
And
match.
then on the other brackets, Final Exam versus Hero Killer. It's coming along nicely.
Nicely done, Briggs.
All part of my plan. Oh man,
So
that's cringe.
yeah, so we have the first real villain arc in the anime.
Briggs, don't do ASMR.
What are you talking about?
Okay. We have the first real villain arc in the anime versus the last one that we've seen. Really good stuff. Like the first one introduces you to the concept of the villains in the first place. What are they up to? The Nomu, interesting stuff. The latest one, you actually meet
How
all
each
for one.
Nomu has its own individual philosophy.
Okay. we then in the latest one we meet All For One, the mastermind behind the whole thing. So it's a good matchup.
I'm overtired.
I was trying to stop myself from laughing.
I don't know. I'm just ignoring Nux's stuff.
It's a hard choice. I really like. I said this last time. I really like how Bakugo didn't like do what we kind of expected him to do. Like, I don't know. I really appreciated like how they treated Bakugo in this situation, even like with Aizawa being on television and being like he had no doubt that Bakugo would like be a hero and continue to be a hero. Same thing, like that whole scene was great. And then All for One versus All Might is fucking badass. Great arc. But also All Might versus Nomu is badass. And like you said, there's a lot of
let's remember, there was only one Nomu in the USJ arc, while there were many Nomus in the Hideout raid. But many lesser Nomus.
The only Nomu that matters is the first one. Let's be real.
No, the other Nomus were beaten by all Genes.
All Genes.
And all Genes is best boy. Screw Todoroki.
The Nomus are yet to really, make a big impact. Even in the manga, they haven't yet, but it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, they're gonna have this one Ultra Nomu. It's gonna be their final thingy.
An army of small Nomus and one Ultra Nomu arc would be cool.
The plus Ultra Nomu.
Yeah, right. And the mastermind behind it all was the Nomu.
I personally think that Principal Nezu is the mastermind behind all the villains. But anyways, I will go with the Hideout Raid arc because I just love All for One finally showing up and that whole thing. I do, some people say...
Nice.
Yeah. Some people, I get those random calls from people just trying to scam me. But some people think that the All Might versus All for One fight didn't end well because All Might survived. So it's like there wasn't real cost to it. But I think that it's cool that they did where All Might, for all intents and purposes, loses his power to use One for All. He stops being the symbol of peace. It changes society. So I do think that is a more impactful arc overall. So I have to go with Hideout Raid arc.
So I have to say that what I loved, one of the things I liked about All Might versus All for One, and I'm probably going to do a video on it when the hype dies down. I know that sounds weird for a YouTuber, but I actually have an idea for it when the hype dies. But one thing I do appreciate is that my analysis on Small Might and All Might and the difference between them and that stuff on my OP analysis on All Might, it basically it was realized with this fight. It was really realized, and I was really impressed by how they merged the All Might and the Tall Might and Small Might for this fight. So honestly, while I do like that fight, and I thought it way surpassed All Might versus Nomu from the USJ arc, and not to mention the three biggest reasons why I am voting for the Hideout Raid. Firstly, we have all Genes. Secondly, way more Nomus. And thirdly, I don't remember the third thing. Oh, yeah. It's not called the Unforeseen Simulation Joint.
Nice.
Screw that name.
I know my vote doesn't matter, but I'm voting for Hideout Raid as well.
So 3 for Hideout Raid, 0 for... How do we do the All Might thing, but for the Nomu?
I'll have to come up with one. I'll
right.
get back to you.
All right, because he regenerates?
That's only one of them.
Well, that's the one that matters. Anyways. Okay.
Every Nomu has their own.
He cut out.
Yeah.
Individual.
The next round is Final Exam versus Hero Killer.
Final Exam versus Hero Killer. I mean, I love the Final Exam. I really do. But, like, Stain's just the best villain.
Yeah, and personally, when I was watching Season 2, I felt that after the Stain arc, the Final Exam arc was a downgrade. Like, it wasn't nearly as much hype. It wasn't nearly as, pressing and interesting as the Stain arc. I kept thinking, like, man, the Stain arc should have been longer. I would have wanted to see more of Stain. So, yeah, I have to go with Stain. It's one of my favorite arcs.
Well, if you realize by now my opinion of Stain and how I think he's the best part of My Hero Academia, hands down, no challenge, easy peasy, I vote for Stain. Oh, I don't even remember. What was he fighting against? Oh, Final Exam? Oh, I still vote for Stain. Still vote for Stain.
Yeah, same. I guess we could talk more about Stain in the finals.
Yes. And by the way, so now in the finals, we have the Hideout Raid arc versus the Stain arc. Two of my favorite arcs, like the most favorite arcs in the entire show, manga included. Those are my two favorite arcs. So that is rough right now. That is rough.
It's hard.
Well,
We've more or less pretty much agreed on most things, other than like final exam versus like the tournament arc. Everything else we've been in like hasn't been too much of a debate. Just like talking about like just praising one over the other.
well, I don't know if there's going to be a debate here either because I vote Stain easy, no challenge. It far outclasses every other arc in the series, in my personal opinion. I'm happy to debate.
Oh my god.
Is it sad that I like Stain more than All for One?
Oh, way more. This is like Animax being all smart.
What's
changing
All
the
for
ringtones
One's
on his
ideology?
phones.
Like, what's the reason All for One does what he does? Do we
That's the
even
thing.
remember?
That's the thing. He had this whole brilliant evil strategy to train Shigaraki just so he could say, "Hey, All Might, you know your teacher? He's Shigaraki's grandma. Sucks to be you. Look what I did."
He's basically like tro lo 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 and then gets back.
That was the whole thing, and then he got destroyed.
Yeah, I mean it's a great arc, unbelievable arc. But
He
like,
got the United States of smashed.
Well, no, because I don't think. Yes, that's a good debate there to have about All for One strategy. Did he mean for what happened to happen, or did All Might get the better of him?
All Might got the better of him.
Because there is an argument to be made.
That was some debate.
There is an argument to be made that I make in my videos that you don't watch, bitch. But
I watched a lot of them, man.
In the video where I said that I think that All for One has a master plan to escape from prison, I said that it could have been possible for him to have planned to be arrested in order to force Shigaraki to be independent, to go off on his own and develop as a villain, as he ultimately does in the manga. But he could have planned his escape plan all along so that when he comes to the point where Shigaraki has achieved his development, he can escape and then finally give him that quirk he's been talking about giving him. So I think that All for One's motivation could have been either to help save them, or it could have been to get arrested in the first place. I also really like the fact that when you look at, what you learn about All for One, that he, despite how injured he is, and we're going to hear more about that in the next episode that's going to air, but despite how injured he is, he was holding his own against All Might. So that to me is...
Who was also very injured. He was half a Skeletor.
Because of All for One in their earlier fight.
I understand that,
I like much more than Deku just crushing everyone.
Well, Deku didn't fight anyone. Yeah. That was All for One.
Now, maybe that's why we like that arc so like the Hideout Raid arc so much, because like Deku wasn't super relevant in it.
Well, I like the Stain arc, and Deku was freaking relevant.
Mm. Okay, but like the Stain arc is because of Stain, man. Like one of something great about something so great about it is like his ideology is amazing. I actually like the fact that he has a backstory or like some type of idea as to what he's trying to achieve, and then he follows through with it because Deku proves himself to be a good hero and fucking saves him.
That was unbelievable.
That's unbelievable. They could have easily just let him fly away and Stain could have continued like just spouting out his nonsense like a crazy person. But the fact that he followed through and risked his own life for his beliefs, like even like either or, right? Whether it's killing heroes or saving good heroes, he followed his way to the end, and I thought that was amazing.
And the other good thing about that arc is that Stain doesn't lose just to Deku. It's Deku, Todoroki, Ida,
and Native.
And
don't forget Native.
Yeah, Native really made a mark.
He pulled his own.
Like they're tag teaming Stain and still struggling, and in the end, he loses because he saves Deku from the gnome, right? So it's like it's not Deku just crushes Stain like he crushes Muscular and so it like actually makes sense.
Didn't actually make sense.
Yeah, this guy's a experienced villain who's like destroys unbelievable heroes, right?
All right. So like
they have to triple team them, and that's good writing.
Yeah, but he does that. He beats these heroes because he lures them, he traps them, whatever. But when Deku hit him in the face, he should have been non-existent. Like, that's the problem in Deku's writing. That's not an issue with Stain's writing. That's Deku's thing.
Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. I feel you on that. Like, if he could smash walls and fucking a flick of his finger,
a flick. The air pressure coming off of his flick can destroy a glacier, but he punches Stain full force in the face and nothing happens.
His skull, but like, the problem is if they do make it that like when he punches someone in the face, their skull just like disintegrates more or
Yeah, the problem is series unless they do something with it much clever.
They just gotta bring in villains like Stain that are so overpowered that they force like a great fight, right? Like the same shit with All for One, and if Shigaraki gets a good quirk, then they have potential when the fight and Deku just one shots people. It's gonna get boring eventually. Like I thought Muscular was entertaining, but it can't keep on happening.
Yeah, and
1 billion next.
And love that, and also the fact that all of them knew as soon as they saw All for One, they're like, "Yo, this guy is way too powerful for us to fuck with. We can't even try." Deku wasn't like, "I'm gonna go and save you, All Might." Yeah, like always, he was like, "Oh shit, we gotta let All Might handle this." So I respect that about One.
And the whole so once we're talking about that, the whole plan to save Bakugo, where they would fly and Bakugo would explode himself up there and catch their arm and all that, made absolutely no sense. Okay, if Bakugo could do that explosion thing to launch himself that far, he could have done that without them. And also, did anyone wonder how they landed? I mean, did this ever like cross anyone's minds? They were launched at supersonic speeds into the air and just flew, and that was it.
They didn't show how they landed?
Not to my recollection.
Bro, it's easy. Bakugo used his explosions to kind of slowly jet propel them down, you know?
Yeah, but he didn't.
No, Deku, I maybe it was a different scene, but I remember like Deku falling and like punching downwards to like break their fall.
That wasn't
that scene?
I don't
remember.
Even
I know he did that one. So.
Either. What the fuck? You just make a bigger hole for them to fall into.
I mean,
there we go.
I love how you're like using like physics on me right now. My Hero Academia there's no physics involved.
No, Deku should have used his one for all fart and propelled himself through the air. One for all fart would be sick though. It would be Manhattan Smash.
I think that Nux is the one who makes videos saying light speed, and if Deku's flick would do this, then he would destroy anyone. And clearly Deku would beat Saitama.
Deku would not beat Saitama, as I've spoken about at great length. Deku kills.
If you use the flick as the power scaler, his punch would crush Saitama.
Dude, why are you doing this to me? You know where this is going.
Oh, I love you.
I love how Animac uses Saitama the way I use Todoroki. Like,
no, I like Saitama, but like, I don't like how people think that he's like the strongest thing. He's the strongest in his universe, but I don't think he can box with like other, you know.
All right, sure. That's not the debate here.
The debate is I can start it off. I love Stain, my favorite villain, probably my favorite character overall, but I gotta go for Hideout Raid Arc. I really liked All for One. I really liked him, you know, the meaning of that arc and like how
there was no meaning behind the villains on that arc.
Is gone, like shit changes. I definitely liked All for One, so I'm going with Hideout Raid Arc, guys.
Damn.
Don't at me.
I feel like it could have been more hype, man. That last fight, like it was a good fight. I liked it. It could have been more hype.
But the thing is, see, that's the thing. With Boku no Hero, they don't stretch the fights out. The fights are like 2 episodes. The fights are like 2 episodes, and that's it. Now you might say like
2 episodes, like the whole All for One versus All Might fight without the flashbacks in middle was All for One shoots laser beam. All Might blocks it because Civilian was in the way. All for One uses mega massive hand ability, punches at him. He's winning, but then United States of Smash. There was absolutely nothing to that fight on a superficial level. The only reason why it was good was because of the constant flashbacks and the emotions of All Might. All for One meant nothing to me in that fight because I knew nothing about him, whereas All Might became a more badass character than he was before. Stain is far more badass than All Might, though, if you were to ask me.
But the thing is that I feel like there's a lot more we need to learn in the future about both Stain and All for One. In that sense, they're equal to me. I feel like they're both still mysterious, and they both
They're
have
both
a lot of
still
potential.
mysterious. They both have potential, but so far Stain has far outclassed the
Yes,
guy.
but this is not a Stain versus All for One characters debate. This is an arc debate. And I think that, if anything, the Stain arc was way too short to me. So, like, I remember it being like, damn. And also, we had the whole Ida being a bitch thing. So, like I said, I liked the cosplay stuff. I liked All for One as a whole. I liked the...
Well, we had Gran Torino in the arc with.
That was some good training.
Let's not forget that. That's also where Deku developed full cowl and he stopped breaking his arms whenever he started doing anything.
Well, Gran Torino was also Gran Torino was also in the
Whatever. Okay, so yeah, let's complain about that. All Might full force punched Gran Torino in the face, and Gran Torino was totally fine, even though he was like 150 years old.
But what about this, man? What about this? All Jeans was in the Hideout Radar.
Yeah, but he got bodied. He was destroyed.
Well, at first
All
he did
Jeans
well.
was in the Stain arc. He was grooming Bakugo. Let's not forget that wonderful, wonderful mini arc over there where he was combing Bakugo's hair, making him look all stand-up-ish. Oh, that was amazing. All Jeans, best boy.
Used his
Links to
powerful
my All
gene
Jeans
to
in the
save
description.
everyone from All for One's blast.
What?
Best Jeanist used his quirk to save everyone from All for One's blast by...
Yeah, as I'm
them out of the
saying,
way.
I love Best Jeanist. He's amazing. However, he was even better in the Stain arc when he was playing around with Bakugo.
Well, no, he wasn't.
It
and
sounds like Nuts
now
is
you
voting
sound
for
like-
Stain.
now you
Yeah, I'm
just sound
voting
like
for
you like-
Stain.
Now you just sound like you like All Jeans, only ironically.
No, I love All Jeans. He's my guy.
Well,
I don't know,
Hideout Radar
guys.
is for me, man.
All right, but
I
listen to me for a second. The epic moment. If you had to pick one epic moment, yeah, for example, of the Hideout Radar arc, let's say it's the entrance of All for One. Yeah,
But you don't have to pick one epic moment.
I'm not
because
saying
the
you
arc
do.
as a whole.
I am not saying you do, but it sent shivers down your spine for the entrance of All for One. But it was way creepier, way more intense, and way more real feeling when Stain scared the crap out of Endeavor when he stared at him after he saved Deku, and his ideology like took physical form at that point. It also was, he was the villain Kickstarter campaign. They piggybacked off this. The Stain arc is the quintessential point for the entire series. It's the most important thing that happened.
So it's tied 1-1.
I don't know, because the All for One arc, like I said, the symbol of peace is lost. We get All Might's background. We get so much emotion. Deku, his crying alone is one of the top 20 Deku cry scenes in the series.
Why are you doing this, man?
So come
Oh
on.
my goodness, it's hard. I don't know what to do. I actually don't know what to do, guys. It's tied 1-1. I feel like Hideout Raid might be a little bit more like consistent, but like it's the hero, like the hero killer arc is pretty short. And I loved every second of it. It's what got me back into My Hero Academia. His ideology is amazing. Like, I feel like I'm not fully behind All for One yet. Like, I think he's a badass, but like he's got to give me a little bit more. Like, he finally appears and then he gets captured, goes to jail. Like,
We don't know enough about him.
I'm hoping he has a backup plan, like a plan B. Like, okay, I'm gonna escape now. Give Shigaraki a quirk.
That's my hope.
Not yet. That's just a theory, a game theory. So just because of that, I'm sorry, but I love Stain. I love Stain so much.
No, don't.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm panicking.
No, but Stain can't win everything, guys. I love him too.
Stain wins. You can't do this. You can't not vote for Stain because he won everything.
I made a whole video talking about why Stain is a great villain. I understand. But the thing is that we're talking about the arc as a whole, and with All for One, I definitely think that he's up to something. And if you can use the same thing about Stain, right? Like, we meet him, he's cool, and bang, he's arrested, right? Same thing with All for One. So I want to see more of both of them, 100%, and I hope we do.
What we have seen, right? I'm
What?
voting for Stain. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That scene blew my mind. I was so happy that he risked his life for his ideology to save Deku. That blew my mind. I thought it was great writing.
Against all odds, none of the heroes could even move. Oh my god! Thank you, Briggs. You have saved the stream once
And
again.
everyone in the chat was like, Stain is overrated. You have no argument for that. You're just saying that for attention. You have no argument.
And people are saying Stain's weak. His strength has nothing to do with it, and he's not weak.
That makes him cooler. The fact that his quirk is weak, but he trains himself so that he's not weak.
Think about that.
No, I mean, I'm cool with that. I like, obviously, these are both of my 2 favorite arcs in the series, including the manga. And, I can't be sad about the Stain arc winning. So yeah, fair game, guys.
Yeah, they are both amazing. They are absolutely. It was a tight call. You guys saw how much I struggled there. I pretty much based my decision on the fact that I like Stain more at that point. Like they're so close. They're just so amazing, the arcs.
Ah, I'm happy.
Fair enough. The winner and overrated channel is the Hero Killer arc. Again, wish it was longer. That would have been perfect. But on the one hand, like, people will complain if an anime spends 5 episodes on a fight, they'll be like, oh, they're really milking it. They're really milking it. But if they do it too short, like MHA seems to, then it's kind of like, man, I wish we saw more of that arc. But MHA is following the manga very closely. So that is how it is in the manga.
Ah, Stain won. I'm happy.
What the fuck?
It was such a hard decision, man. I didn't know what to do. Briggs for best boy, I agree.
Well, you want to take a vote on that?
I mean, we're on Animax channel, and I still somehow win. I imagine.
No.
It will be cool. It will be cool if we could do polls within the stream. For example, let's say we have we're indecisive about like best girl or something. We could get people to actually vote. Yep. But like, I don't think we can. I think we would have to count up the votes and then make sure we're not double counting people and stuff.
Yeah. Well, most people do it through straw poll.
Well, on Twitch, you could literally like type in like, you could do a straw poll really easily.
But I don't think you can do it on YouTube, can you?
I don't think so, because like you have Nightbot on Twitch that like does shit for you.
Yeah, that would be cool. Also on Twitter, you can only do like 4 options on a poll, so you can't even.
Well, I mean, it's only 3 of us, guys. Who's best boy? Let us know.
Yeah. Well,
who has the best hair?
Who has the best quirk?
Well, I mean, who has the best quirk?
Probably me. No offense.
You haven't enough face reveal,
Briggs, for an Italian, you have not nearly enough gel in your hair.
Not nearly enough gel. Do I even have gel today?
I don't think you do. That's the point. That is the point.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I think I have a little bit. Best boy, and yeah.
I know, man. I share. See, this is why, for some things we agree about, like Rem and Minata, but then you say stupid shit like Todoroki, like, oh, Briggs.
Because you can relate to Todoroki, probably. I can't.
I can. But that doesn't matter. You still, even if you can't relate to him, you can't hate him. You can't hate the guy.
Okay, but I just don't like him, and then everyone's like, oh my god, he's such a badass.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh
my god, Becky. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. This was another fun one, talking about the ARCs. Nux, you're a propagandist who uses people's emotions against them in order to get what you want.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
No.
But no, it's okay. We still love you. Everyone in the chat, hey, thank you for joining us. It was a great discussion. Really fun. And next week, I don't know. One of these days, we have to do the best girls. I don't know what we're going to do that. But next week, we'll see. We'll be probably on Nux's channel next week because we're trying to rotate. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Thursday. Anything anyone else wants to say? Other than, of course, Briggs and Nux both have cool anime channels. Check them out. Links in the description.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
That's all? No one has anything else to say?
And there's also a link to Briggs's Twitch channel in the description of the last Rant Cafe.
Yes, because I keep forgetting that.
You don't need to link it, but I appreciate
Briggs streams on Twitch often, so if you like Twitch streaming, definitely check the dude out. He's a friendly guy. Not enough gel in his hair.
Not enough.
Anyway, thank you for joining us, guys, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboy.